What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we are going to be talking a little bit about Negan. Now, of course, if you guys have not watched The Walking Dead up to this point and you do not know what happens in the comics and you don't want to know what happens in the comics and what could, potentially happen in the show, don't watch this video because I am going to be giving some spoilers away. So, with that being said, Jeffery Dean Morgan has officially been casted to play Negan in The Walking Dead. And no, this is not Javier Bardem. I know it really looks like him. They look a lot alike. But no, this is a different actor. He was in Watchmen, Magic City, a bunch of other movies and TV shows. You guys have probably seen him before. But I think he definitely looks the part to play Negan. I think he will do a good job. I definitely do. I think they got it right. So, with that being said, I'm not going to talk about Jeffrey. I'm going to be talking about Negan. And this video, I'm going to be talking about what I think and who I think Negan is going to kill. So, if you guys have seen the comics, read the comics, you know that when Negan comes, he really changes things. He kills a main character. And I'm going to be giving that away, so if you guys don't want to know, click out of this video right now or mute it in 3, 2, 1. Negan kills Glenn. He bashes Glenn's brains in with his baseball bat named Lucille, which is wrapped in barbed wire. It is brutal, the way that they showed it in the comics. I mean, even, it's just a little black and white pictures, but I mean, you can feel it. It's sad, and he's saying, Maggie, no. It's really sad, it really is. So, that's who he kills in the comics. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts on who he is going to kill in the TV show. And some people are like, well, he doesn't have to kill anybody. He kind of does. It's really important that Negan does kill Glenn because it gives the group a reason to hate Negan, and it kind of gives the readers, the fans, a reason to hate Negan as well. So it is really important that Negan does kill somebody, a main character, and not just a sideline character like an Alexandrian Spencer, someone like that, or like someone kind of newish, Gabriel, someone who we really don't know much about yet. That really wouldn't make sense, and that really wouldn't resonate as well with the fans as killing a character like Glenn. So, maybe he won't kill them with Lucille because a lot of people are saying, oh, that's going to be too brutal to show that. It could just be a gun, and I can see that, but it is important that he has that. That icon, that baseball bat that he names, that's part of his image. It really is. So I think he is going to use the baseball bat. They probably will just show it off screen, kind of like when the governor killed Herschel. He sliced his throat. We saw that, but then off screen we showed the governor hitting Herschel's head off. So we didn't actually see him hit Herschel's head off. It was off screen. We just saw the governor. So that's kind of what it's going to be like. Negan's going to hit someone with the baseball bat, and then off screen we're just going to see Negan smashing away. So we're not actually going to see the person getting their brains bashed in, which is good, but it's still going to be very, very sad, but hopefully we won't actually see the head caving in. So I do believe he's going to be using Lucy. So with that being said, I'm going to get started with my list. Coming in at number 5 is Glenn. And the reason I have him so far down on this list is because he is the one, obviously, that he kills in the comics. I don't think they're going to keep it the same for a few reasons. Number one is the surprise factor, the shock value. In the comics, it really is a shock when we see that Glenn died. And a lot of people are expecting that. A lot of people know that it is Glenn that dies. So I really don't think that they're going to stick to that. We've seen Glenn with a baseball bat a lot in the show already, kind of, showing that similarity and that irony between the two. So I really don't think that they're going to do that. Plus, Robert Kirkman on Chris Hardwick's show, Comedy Central show at midnight, was on there with Lauren and Joss McDermott, and they were playing a game called Fake Spoilers on The Walking Dead. And when it was Robert Kirkman's turn, he said eventually a character named Negan will come in the show, and he will bash Glenn's brains in with a baseball bat named Lucille. So he showed right there, he told right there that that's what happened in the comics, but they were playing fake spoilers, so obviously that's not what's going to happen. They're not going to give a spoiler like that away, so that's a fake spoiler, so we can kind of tell there that Glenn's not going to die. I'll put a link to that video in the description, guys. Go check that out after this video. It is kind of funny. So Glenn's at number 5 for me. I don't think it's going to be Glenn, but there is that possibility. Number 4 for me is Carol, and the reason I say Carol is because it does need to be that shock factor, and it needs to really it needs to hit the group hard, the whole group. And Carol's one of those persons, she's kind of the mom figure of the group. She's really the queen of the apocalypse. So if she went out, I think it really would hurt the group, and of course it would hurt the fans a lot. It would hurt me. Carol's one of my favorite characters now. she's evolved so much. I really did not like her right away. In season 2, I just thought, she was weak and annoying. But now, now she's changed so much. She's taken a complete 180 and changed. She's a complete opposite of what she was. So I think that's crazy. So I could see him killing Carol with Lucille. Probably not. That would just, nobody wants to see that. That would be terrible. So if he does kill Carol, it's probably just going to be a gun to the head. But that's still going to be very shocking if that does happen. So I have Carol at number 4. Number 3, I have Abraham, and Abraham's not going to be as much of a shock as these other characters are going to be, but I do see them hopefully giving Abraham some more airtime. This is assuming that he does not die in the next episode. He has a big part in there, and he has potential to die. Hopefully he does not. But this is assuming he doesn't die and that he gets a bigger part in the comics. We know that Abraham and Rick are kind of close. Maybe Abraham is kind of Daryl in the TV show, but maybe we could see Abraham get some more spotlight and get more connected to the group and with the fans a little more, so that does kind of hit us a little harder if he kills Abraham. Also, if Negan does not do the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and he kind of just picks somebody that he wants to, take out of their group, I could definitely see Abraham being that choice for him for a couple reasons. The main reason is because Abraham is so big and powerful that if Negan is trying to, take out some of their manpower, Abraham's probably the first person that he's going to go to. If he kills Abraham, it's going to be like, this is going to be a huge blow to their manpower. So I could definitely see him taking out Abraham. So Abraham's my third choice. Number 2, this is going to make people kind of sad, and it's Daryl. And a lot of people have Daryl number 1. A lot of people are very convinced that he's going to kill Daryl. And I like to think that Daryl is safe on the show, but really nobody is safe. Daryl's not in the comics, so really his fate is all up to the writers of the show, and anything could happen with him. He could die tomorrow, or he could last the entire time. We don't really know, but of course it has to be shocking, and it has to hit the group hard, and Daryl would just be. That would be so shocking to the fans, and honestly, the fans would riot. Like, they say it all the time, but people would riot. There's crazy fans out there that are just in love with Daryl, and they would riot. So, I could see it, but also I could not see it. And Daryl, them killing Glenn, that's kind of the same as them killing Daryl. They're not really the same characters, but they're kind of the same importance to the group. He's kind of the second-hand man to Rick. So, it would definitely hit the group hard, and it would for sure make them hate Negan. So Daryl's my number 2. I really hope that they don't, but in a way I could see that happening. But my number 1 choice, and who I think has the best chance of dying at the hands of Negan and Lucille, is Morgan. Now a lot of people are like, oh, Morgan, no, that doesn't make sense. He's not really close with the group. So, I could see him getting a little closer to the group maybe, but he's definitely close to Rick, and this is going to hit Rick hard. But how I see it going down, Negan is going to do his eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and I could see it definitely falling on Glenn, or maybe even Daryl, and then I could see Morgan pulling a Katniss Everdeen and saying, I volunteer as tribute. He's that type of dude. He really doesn't need to live. We've seen Morgan many, many, many times say, just kill me, So he could go at any moment, and a lot of people are expecting him to go in season 6. Of course, in the comics, he goes out on No Way Out, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I do think it's going to be Morgan. I could see him definitely saying, I volunteer, take me. Don't take Glenn, he's got a wife. She's pregnant. He's got a baby on the way. Don't take Glenn. He just almost died. Of course, this is assuming that Glenn's going to be okay with episode 3, of course, but he is. I'm very positive that Glenn's going to be fine. But I could definitely see Morgan pulling a Katniss Everdeen. I volunteer. Take me. Kill me. Don't kill these people. And then, of course, they're gonna want to honor his. They're gonna want to honor Morgan and his choice, and they're gonna want to fight for him, because if it wasn't for Morgan, it could have been Glenn, or it could have been Daryl, or whoever. So I could definitely see Morgan volunteering his life for the group. And then they're going to want to fight for him because he was so honorable. So that's my thoughts, guys. Morgan is most likely to me, or Daryl, or of course the other guys that I said. I want to know what you guys think, though. So put that down in the comments. Who you guys think that Negan is going to kill? Maybe it could be more than one person. We don't know. And I don't think it's going to be one of the sideline characters, one of the Alexandrians, or Gabriel, or one of those people. So let me know what you guys think. It's looking like it's probably going to be season 7, maybe the season 7 opener, or it could be season 6 finale. We don't know, but he just got casted, Jeffery Dean Morgan, so that means that they have not started filming it yet. So I don't know how far along they start filming the show before they actually air it. So if you guys have any idea, let me know when we're probably going to see this. My guess is season 7. But of course, I really have no idea. So let me know what you guys think. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, a like would be much appreciated, as well as a subscription to my channel. Share this with whomever you please, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.